GM, everybody. Happy Thursday. Is anyone alive out there? That's a big question.
Yeah.
Is anybody out there?
This is dead. It's dead. It's dead.
If you haven't heard, crypto it's over, man. It was a stupid idea. It was all a Ponzi, and AI is going to take everybody's jobs. Just fucking dig a hole and go die in it, man. It's really.
I can't believe the PSYOP still works. Like, dude, I see so many people like, I'm questioning Bitcoin's place in the world. I'm like, dude, you guys still got like you
realize they're printing unlimited money right now, right? You realize that's happening.
Guys, how much have we been through? Like, this is like the easiest time to be alive ever. Like, there was like times where like literally we thought that the industry was not going to exist.
I know, man.
In 2018, the bear market, I definitely thought it was over. Ethereum had no apps. We had a smart contract platform that literally had no apps. There's not a single one.
You have to give it to the governments, to whoever is running the narrative patrol.
Bro,
they are the best PSYOP engineers of all time.
100%.
I mean, this is incredible.
100%.
They're buying all of the coins, literally, and
or not. Insane. They're just waiting for it to go to fucking zero and then buy all the coins, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
that's okay. We'll continue to build
more coins for the boys. So
more coins for the boys. I love that. I made an expansion to base today.
Yeah,
our hot request also comes in support with the Emblem AI wallets that are getting some traction, up to 600 downloads on Claude Hub. I've been monitoring that. When I found Claude Hub, when we submitted a few weeks ago, there was 7,800 skills. Now there's only like 8,200. So it shows you how much that's actually slowed down as well for being the #1 Claude Hub skill repo. Although there is some new skill repos that I saw, like Coinbase launched one, And there's a few other ones kind of as well. I think Google is working on something.
Yeah, that's one of the things I was wondering what you guys' thoughts were on this. Is like, is there going to be like whatever? I don't know. The GitHub. Is there going to be one place you think where all these agents look for skills, or it's just like a diffuse kind of lots of places for these skills? I don't know how that's going to kind of play out. My human brain says there's going to be one winner. And this is going to be the place, but I you know.
I saw a post yesterday from Gary Tan, who's the CEO at Y Combinator, talking kind of about this and agent marketing. And he said that they're currently investigating to figure out what's the best way to put your information in front of agents, right? Because the world's been built on human optimization, Google, right, for the last 25 years or so. But that's going to completely change. And no one knows. No one has any answer right now to what it is. So I think really everyone's kind of just taking a shot in the dark to really figure out what it is. The one thing that does seem to be true is that they're really not looking as much at statistical numbers and engagement numbers and things. They're just looking for like raw code, raw bits, and things that they can actually analyze from a technical level to figure out if it's something that they can use or not.
Yeah, I mean, if it's pure utility, at least in terms of like where we are today, there's no better agent wallet than Emblem Wallet. It has swaps across 7 different chains. It has complete AI in interoperability. Everything that you need is literally in one single download. And most other applications or agent downloads at this moment have like one chain or maybe 2 chains with a few different kind of categories. So we'll see if it's all utility based, but I mean, I just think that this market is going to be so big. And I think that Adam thinks it might be free, but I think that it's just going to me, it's clear it's going to be micropayments. And these are just going to be like thousands and millions of micropayments every second of every day. And so, I mean, I think that these can be some of the biggest grossing applications ever of all time. If you think of how many transactions and how many users can actually be onboarded into some of these applications. And I mean, I just go back to what I said earlier in the week that the market for all of this just exponentially increased by tenfold. I mean, we're not just building for humans, we're building for actual computers. And the size of the computer economy seems to be infinite to me.
It is infinite. I mean, I have no doubt. I have no doubt we're on the path to it. And it's like, whatever Jake just said, it was 7,000, now it's 8,000 a week later, whatever. It's like hardly any growth. And it's like the reality is these agents really aren't, we're just playing at the very beginning stages of like they're gonna be able to make money. How's that gonna work? How's all this stuff gonna work? So it's an incredible that we're right here for it and have our stuff like ready. And I mean, it's great to see. You guys saw it too. Like we're in our dev chat and some pretty big brains in there. Like, yeah, I couldn't get the banker wallet working. I couldn't get it working. And also took me 10 minutes. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, this is awesome. Now we just got to try and figure out this other part, which is like, okay, well, how do we get it in front of more agents, right? How do we get listed in all these places? How do we raise the awareness level where we're the first place that agents look for these skills? So yeah, it's a big challenge, but I think Jake said it's like nobody knows how this road's going to play out other than, looking back to SEO. But the reality is maybe completely different the way these agents look at these things.
Yeah. I think Chris had it right last show where he said there's 3 types of people that we're building for, and that if you're a crypto product, you should also be building for. You have devs and builders, right? You have speculators, which are retail, and now you have agents. And the agents is the potentially largest TAM, but also nobody knows what's the best way to kind of go about it. But there's billions of dollars being thrown at this to try to figure it out. I mean, if you have like the Y Combinator guys trying to figure it out, and then you have Coinbase spinning up a skills marketplace and Google spinning up a skills marketplace, and Visa trying to figure out these payment rails for OpenCloud all within like 2 weeks. And obviously the big money's here. The most fascinating part to me, and I posted about this yesterday, is that the X algo has changed. And I think that's one of the main deterrents of the sentiment for crypto. because the X algo is now it's now fine tuning for viral content, so it's more similar to like a TikTok and an Instagram. So everyone is just getting spewed AI content, no matter if you're in crypto, you're in sports or tech or whatever. So you kind of have to play this game of right being in the AI space, but eventually, the content or algos change consistently. So eventually the algo is going to pick up on a new narrative, right? And eventually that's going to be a crypto narrative at some point, right? And then all of a sudden the timeline is going to start pushing crypto content to everyone, right? Maybe it's labeled as something else or it's kind of more in the background. But if you're a crypto project, I think right now the only thing you really can play is the AI game, specifically because of the X algo is optimizing for it.
Yeah, totally.
I think at this point, this is the very beginning of the Schelling point of crypto and AI. I think they're inseparable from this moment on. Everybody is building these agents to be commerce focused, and they have to get paid. And the only way that they're able to get paid is basically through stablecoins. You might have a Stripe integration, I guess, or something like that. But it seems so obvious for me that this is the first time in history where crypto and AI are inextricably linked, and there's no separating them from here on out. So even if we get more AI funneled down the timeline, I think crypto will eventually penetrate it with the algo. And if it does switch back to crypto, I think AI is still going to be perpetually there. So I think that they're just inextricably linked from here on out.
And what crypto has been calling for is building for new communities, new ecosystem, right? The quote unquote consumer crypto has been a pitch for 2-3 years. This is the beginning of consumer crypto. Like if you now have AI companies, fintech companies, traditional tech companies, and crypto companies all competing on the same stage now, right? That is consumer level products, right? The traditional tech companies are going to bring their users, billions of users. Crypto is going to bring, our on-chain native users, which generally have a higher net worth on average compared to the typical users. And that's good. We're all about to meet in the middle here over this year and the next few years. And it's, it sucks a little bit to see the crypto natives kind of giving up here because this is what everyone's wanted. Like this is what everyone's been waiting for. But now that you're kind of met with, oh, fuck, well, you now have to go to battle against, these Goliaths. People are now putting their tail between their legs and kind of trying to hide and blame everyone else.
Yeah, I mean, it is, you have seen it's just whatever we learned yesterday that Base is moving off, going to move to either its own L2 or there's even rumors that it's going to go to its own L1. And, but even still, it's like we don't know if these L1s are actually going to return anything to the token holders, right? It's like, that's definitely in question. There are a lot of things up in the air, but the risks that were here, 18 months ago have been completely removed. And it's like, that part is amazing how little that's mattered to the price. But yes, cruising in the Bahamas, wood and metal.
Legend.
Dream. Bro, go visit the swimming pigs in the Bahamas if you're up there, man.
In Nassau.
In Nassau.
Yo, what do you guys think about this? I thought about this. I think it makes sense. Our team, you guys are actual crypto natives. You believe in the vision of crypto penetrating society, being one of the best net goods for all of the world, having decentralized money at its core. And so we've never been more bullish or excited or comfortable in this environment. But everybody else has disappeared. But I think that when I look back in time, we were always such a very few percentage of the total crypto users because they were all crypto speculators. And so as we move into actual adoption, it's natural that most of them would fall off because they were never here for the ethos of crypto. They were here to make money. And so as real adoption and real products and real utility actually surfaces, all the speculators fall apart and there's only people like us left. And we were so few and far between to begin with.
True. Yep. Don't think you're wrong. For sure.
Now it's time to compete.
Yeah.
Battles are up.
Incredible, man. Incredible. Did you guys see the well, we saw it got shared in our chat with what's the company that bought Farcaster?
Neymar?
Neymar. I didn't realize that they had basically a competitor to what we're building. but it's only on Farcaster, and that was really interesting to me. I had no idea that was their core business.
Is it like an AI tool?
Yeah, it's basically build with AI, build apps on Farcaster through them.
Farcaster has been a little bit ahead of what you see on crypto Twitter because it's a little bit more customizable.
Yep.
Because it's built right on crypto rails.
Yeah.
So you could kind of push that stuff. It's breaking out of that echo chamber, I suppose, right? And getting
But it's
into the
so
timeline.
interesting. I had no idea that was the core thesis of what the company was, and I don't know how much they raised. It was pretty substantial for a product that's basically one chain based. I mean, it's just it's a base app, which is like, whoa, you can feel really comfy with our position right now. I mean, just really fucking comfy. Because to think that this is all going to take place on Base, and Base is going to be the agent chain, bro, get the fuck out of here. I will bet everything I have and mortgage it and everything my kid will ever have to know that that's not the way it's going to work. It's not all going to be on Base. Like, no fucking way.
They don't even have a chain at the moment. They're in
Brian's home server, bro. Dude, crazy, but true. Crazy.
So, Chris, you've been testing with OpenClaw. You've also been leading Hustle. Give us the deets on the base expansion and what that means for the ecosystem.
Well, I think that Base is AI driven or AI focused. I think that there is a lot of activity that is the homeland of AI at the moment in crypto. There's not much going on in crypto, but if there is anything going on, it is a little bit of a meta for AI on Base, which is exciting. It's exciting to see a small amount of users flocking to kind of a new chain, a new ecosystem, new territory. And so, we always want to meet users where they are. So it was important for us to get over there and also to showcase Agent Hustle's capabilities alongside all of the other AI agents. And anyone that's used Agent Hustle can tell that the infrastructure is the very best, or if not the very best, then second to best or third to best. So very important for us to compete and show off our capabilities and throw our hat in the ring in terms of that. And then for our users, where they can scalate on discovering tokens, seamlessly transfer in and out through cross-chain swaps, and really just kind of have the full picture view of all of the active ecosystems, so that anytime a small narrative pops up over here or over there, they don't have to go and change wallets. They don't have to go and change their infrastructure. Agent Hustle's there with them every step of the way. So that's really the dream. I mean, look at that. Look at that UI. Look at that performance. Look at everything that's going on in Agent Hustle. Truly looks incredible. Really such a good product, and just really starting to get going here.
Yeah. So what features were added? Anything new to the Base ecosystem? And I guess what comes next?
Yeah, I mean, one of the features that went live with this update as well is Nansen Smart Money Wallet Tracking. It's one of my favorite features. I think it's truly one of the critical legs of what we expect out of AI and crypto, is the ability to search for the top P&L wallets, who's really trading on chain, who's making money, which moves are they making in real time, and being able to just natural language text and talk to the agent to get to the blockchain information is like really such an incredible thought. And that's really like the basis of where this ecosystem was always going, is blockchains are just databases of profound information that's really secluded and kind of hard to filter through. But the AI just it gives you a magnifying glass so that you're able to discover anything that you need at any point in time with just a sentence. So truly incredible movement there. Nansen's my favorite feature that we've added, but adding it on Base, no one has that capability. Being able to track top P&L traders instantly, copy trade them, set conditional orders to follow them, cross-chain swaps in and out, and just the overall token discovery capabilities of Hustle already that are continuously improving. I mean, there's not a ton that's new, like net new for the product. It's just expanding all of Hustle's already great capabilities to the Base chain, which is really awesome.
I'm excited, man. I know one of your focus is speed for Hustle. Where else do you think like there's just a general improvements to be made in just the AI terminal kind of sector, there's really what 3 or 4 companies left here. I mean, I'm kind of finding and discovering new ones each day, but they're either like siloed to just base or they're siloed for like one specific thing. I think the 3 kind of general or multi-chain terminals is us, Wayfinder, and Banker, which is kind of how it's been since the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, multi-chain is used loosely there. Agent Hustle is really the only true multi-chain agent that has one unified intelligence layer for all blockchains. But the speed is the biggest improvement. That's my focus. I mean, you see all the greats of technology, they were always focused on speed. Speed is our biggest hindrance, which means that it's everybody else's biggest hindrance, which means it can be our biggest edge. So really getting the terminal down to extremely responsive and feeling as intelligent as it actually is really how the product can win. And so we still have some seconds to shave off of, input to output, and time to first token is what kind of the metric is. But we're making great progress there. And then after that, it's really just kind of smoothing out all of these edge cases and just seeing where the market wants us to go. I think that the poly market opportunity is muted. It kind of had its explosion, J-curve explosion, just like agents did last year, where, we went into it this year and everyone's predictions were that prediction markets would explode, but they've actually quieted down quite a bit. But I think that they'll come roaring back at some point. But I think that there's so many different tangentially related applications and use cases that Agent Hustle will have access to or can have access to that really can just slowly bring on user after user. So just continue to improve the functionality and the seamless, frictionless usability of the platform, and then really just kind of get some really good, strong marketing and a bunch of showcasing of how the platform actually works and how users are actually using the platform. I think over the next few months, Agent Hustle is going to be in a crazy position.
Yep. AI terminal, right? That's what's building for the retail. We have the SDK, which is all going to be unified through the Emblem Vault.dev platform for builders. And we're getting teams and users who are coming in and integrating with the AI wallets, and then figuring out how to distribute the wallet component to the AI agents is a big focus. Adam, how do we do it? What's the secret key here to getting to devs and retail?
Well, I think we built the retail first, and we were, I mean, even when we were doing it, we're wondering if we're going to be too early for it. And I think to a degree we are too early for it, but everybody in the space is too early, right? Everybody in AI right now is too early. But too early in AI might mean 6 months, and it might mean a year, right? That's not too early. In business, that's nothing, bro. I've been 5 years too early to a trend. Like this is nothing, because you realize this shit is at warp speed. And I think, figuring out the human part first is really valuable, because it actually lets us, if it's good if a human can use it, a machine can definitely use it. And, when I've been tracking what Wayfinder's been talking about, they're still leaning into like the yield optimization stuff. Go take that, bro. It's yours, and Banker, look, Banker's really, it's still very much just a social token launch platform, which is obviously like, if we could run it all back and just do that from the beginning, yeah, they made more money than us for sure. But we're set to do something, I think, which is way better. And, building for humans first. Now, I think what we're focusing on a lot is figuring out our agent strategy. But the tech's already built. Like that's the great thing. It's like all this work has put us in a position now where it's just a matter of making people aware, right? And convincing them, right? And that's what that's what I think we're leaning into now. It's like, okay, how do we strategize this? How do we do this? Literally new things are popping up every single day. We're sharing all these things being built. We need to make these people aware of what we're doing and how easy it is for them to integrate, and I think that's kind of where I'm leaning right now. And then it's just waiting for that right moment, dude. It's just like the one moment when the one massive platform is just like, fucking, that's it. Hustle wallet integrated today. It's an OpenAI. This is the wallet you use, and we have 100 million users in 2 days. And Shannon's fucking pulling his hair out, keeping the thing running. That's that's what you.
That's how it works. That's how it works,
bro. It's literally 0 to 10,000, and or 0 to 100,000, or 0 to 100 million in like 2 days. Like we know that's right there on the table. I'm joking, but it's like not joking at the same time. Like WorldCoin, I've been tracking the WorldCoin shit, bro. If we just like fuck, we should just integrate into WorldCoin, man, and just like all of a sudden, the whole WorldCoin infrastructure is ready, or OpenAI, or Grok, or whoever, right? And it's just like we're super positioned. We're in like this like amazing position. So Banker had its nice like 7-day run of token launches and made for $5 million. Awesome. It's like when ours hits, it's going to be hundreds of millions of wallets in use at the same time. And I think, just being in that position is fucking unbelievable. Like, wow.
I'm bullish.
Bullish.
I am bullish. It's all about survival and continuing to grind. If you look across the industry, there were 2 platforms or protocols that silently launched their own AI products. As we had been saying since we launched Hustle, and our direction's pretty right on this. We said that in 2025, the teams who go and create an AI terminal will basically have the shot at being a generalized AI terminal, right, across many chains. Eventually, that window is going to close, and then the only opportunity is to see the protocols and platforms launching their own AI companion, which is just native to their tooling and pretty much nothing else. And we're starting to see the first signs of that. Jupiter launched their AI companion called Galileo, which is in private beta testing, which interacts with their products, their limit orders, their spot market, their lending platform, their prediction market, right? So nothing new to us. We have that on many chains that's in their product. It's probably be much faster than what we can do since they have their own private APIs that they can ping to. But Jupiter seems to be first on the Solana AMM aggregator chain. Their product suite is pretty sweet, I gotta say. Meow, who's their founder, is pretty based. They're definitely taking a hit in their DAO sector, I've seen, with Jupiterary and token emissions and stuff. And it's funny because they have this great product line, but the only thing their entire community could focus on is the Jupiter token number going down. The only thing they fucking care about. They launch like AI products, new prediction markets, they partnered with Polymarket to bring prediction markets to Solana, and everyone's just like, your token emissions are too high.
I mean, this is for this type of stuff. Like, do either you guys believe that humans are going to go to a website like this or OpenSea or wherever and log into or interact with their particular AI agent? Like, no. I do not see that. Everything in internet tells me that isn't going to fucking work, man. That's like a dead dog. I mean, it may work today, but yeah.
It's Jupiter and it's on Solana, but people want to be everywhere. And if it's Jupiter, it can't be everywhere. It's on Solana. That's like the biggest hindrance is when you focus on a single ecosystem, you can't expand to other ecosystems. How would it work? It wouldn't really make sense. No one's going to use Jupiter for Ethereum trading or Bitcoin trading. That would literally make no sense. They're going to have no market penetration through that kind of exercise. So just to be neutral, like we have, freestanding and modular, and able to integrate everyone else in tandem, I think that's easily the best play here. And I think we're doing a great job.
You see this with the AI lab companies as well, right? The xAI, OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google. Anytime one of the competitors comes out with a product, they have to quickly come compete with them because they're the generalized AI labs, right? They're not as niche. Anthropic pushes the coding thing. They all have to have a coding thing now, right? OpenAI creates OpenClaw. They're all gonna have their own OpenClaw product here probably over the next 3 months. The Anthropic comes out with skills. Now everyone has to have skills, right? And that's because you have to be that generalized because everyone just wants to talk to an AI in one single area. they don't even have memory turned on. If Grok and all these things turn on memory, although I know it's a lot more expensive, you probably lock the users in forever. I wouldn't see anyone. If you're sitting there for months talking to the same AI agent, why would you ever leave, right? To go start all over. That's like vendor lock-in with social media platforms. You build an audience there. Why would you ever leave?
It's
Right.
interesting, just that exact point. I went through that like 2 weeks ago.
Sorry. There we go. Sorry.
My wife had been using ChatGPT, been paying for the premium for, how long? A year, more than a year, right? And I was like, really, you should give Gemini a try because I'm finding it way more powerful, like just way smarter, And she's like, I don't want to switch. I got literally hundreds and hundreds of chats. And I was like, just as you ask questions again, just start using Gemini and just see. And dude, we're a week, 10 days later. She's like, I'm never using ChatGPT again. So I know there's the vendor lock-in, there's that fear, but like the significantly better, like if you can get people to try, it's significantly better. Like, so yeah.
Yeah. First mover is big, obviously, but also and utility and capability is very important as well. But some people just choose products just because they like them. Yeah. And it's not always all about winner take all or having the best product. Some people just vibe with a different product, like Pepsi. Some people like Pepsi. Some people just like Coke. And it's just in their DNA makeup that they prefer one taste over the other. And just for like sake of scale, these are behemoths that are competing and winning all in their own right, but they have user bases of hundreds of millions of people each.
Yep.
We're competing in a space that has single digit thousands of people each.
Yeah.
And in many cases, hundreds or even tens, like tens of people. Just the sheer scale. We're talking about orders and orders of magnitudes different. And there is so much room for this sector of crypto and AI to grow. So anyone that's here early that has any types of early traction, I think it's pretty bullish going into the future. These are easily markets that can 10, 100x, 1000x, 10,000x, and it's still going to be small.
Yep. And one other protocol that's expanded into the AI terminal sector natively is dBridge. dBridge is a popular fungible token bridge, cross-chain swapping using Intents. I believe it's probably the most popular one for Solana tokens. They launched a terminal that allows you to bridge and do on-chain swap or cross-chain swaps, rebalancing, and custom workflows. They have an MCP that they just released. I think this is inevitable especially for interoperability protocols, to be AI based, because the bridging and cross-chain experience manually is so painful. Having to have multiple wallets, sign in with 2 or 3 different wallets into a bridge, right? And then if it's a optimistic roll up, then you have to wait like 2-3 hours for the token to come through, right? Or if you're going from SVM to EVM, then it's like a swap and not a bridge, and it's just quite painful. So moving for an interoperability protocol to AI where the user just says, move my tokens here, right? And swap it or do whatever, seems to be the native or the next kind of iteration. So dBridge seems to be the second one to do this. Obviously we were first. And then Phantom, I think, also announced something recently about AI, right? This is what we were telling. I remember Adam and I were on a call with Xverse like last year, right? Because like beginning of last year, and we were like, "You guys want to integrate Hustle into Xverse?" And they were like, "Why would we do that?" We were like, "AI is going to eat this business alive.
Yeah.
Like we can do this now before it's too late."
Yeah. Or yeah, I didn't see it coming, man.
Yeah, I did see that the Stamps or I think Leather Wallet is shutting down.
Yeah.
And so that they're setting all their services to Xverse. So there's 2 wallets left in the Bitcoin native ecosystem. Still opportunity for one of them, right? I did see there's like an AI BTC Stacks agent wallet thing that just popped up. Maybe I'll cover that because Stacks people are sending it to me. I think it's called like AI BTC Dev.
Oh yeah, AI BTC. Yep.
Yeah, I
I need to
also
change my leather. Do I need to export my leather to?
I mean, you have the seed phrase. I think it's like, so if you have the seed phrase, you're fine. I think it's like something about like they're shutting down and creating new wallets or something like that. So AIBTC, handful of the Stacks people were sending this to me. And I think it's just kind of like a similar thing to what we have. There's like a Stacks wallet that it integrates with OpenClaw, Cloud Code, MCP. And then there's like a little agents kind of marketplace that you could register to. So I'll try to get Hustle registered to that. It's kind of funny because we've been posting about Hustle for like a year and a half. And then the two people that sent it to me were like, didn't even realize that we had Agent Hustle. It's like, bro, I've been posting about this for like a year and a half.
I mean, it's like them. What was the other one I saw? Oh, the track guys, right? Yeah, it's like every little niche is trying to get their, own agent. It's like, yeah, I don't know. It is what it is, man. I think we're rightly positioned. The idea that you're gonna have an agent, it's gonna be on Stacks, whatever. For the 10 people on Stacks, good for you, right? But it's like, if it's not bigger than that, you're nowhere, man. I think you're just lost.
I think just all these companies are realizing, they still have VC money that they're sitting on. I think Track raised like $15 million or something back in the day, right? So they're still. I saw their market cap was at like 2 million. So they've fallen like quite bad. But at this point, right, if you're in the Bitcoin ecosystem, Runes is pretty much dead. It's still around, right? It's just dog pretty much. BRC20 has BRC 2.0. And then you have Ordinals. I saw Udi is creating Ordinals marketplace. And then also the
Ordinal C, man. Ordinal C. I was like, Udi promises OpCat and we get fucking Ordinal C. Yeah. Bro, who needs a marketplace?
When you're sitting on what
doing, bro?
They're sitting on what, like $50 million? Like, gotta build something, I guess.
Still, I mean, just the most like really a marketplace. That's what Ordinals needs, bro.
They're building, bro. They're building,
bro. Poor Udi. Udi needs to pivot, bro. That was not. I gave him some shit because that's a hilarious pivot.
He pivoted to 50 million. Now he's just coasting. The pivot has been made. Once you make 50 million, the pivoting.
He should just lean into AI. He's talking about, I don't know, Roblox. It would be better for them if they just built Roblox games. It became a Roblox studio. That's the stuff he was getting the traction on the timeline for. Just fucking be a Roblox building game. Fuck it.
Taproot Wizards, dude. Yeah, they're just exporting Bitcoin culture now. They're not actually making a change.
So good, dude. So good.
Yeah, should be interesting. I hope so, for the sake of the Bitcoin ecosystem, one of these takes off. The issue I continue to see with the Track ecosystem, and I've told them this, it just reminds me so much of the historical NFT community, where it's just my product better than your product, and that's just like all they talk about. And it's, in the replies, it's, there's a new product and it's like, hey, look, I hate when people do this, right? It's somebody posts like a new product and the reply is, but have you seen this product, right? And then it's like, it does this, and it's non-custodial and permissionless and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, that's nobody's going to listen to that. Everyone hates that. It's like spam. People hate that shit, right? Or it's just consistently trying to place your product. Like, the way to get people to use your product is that you have to embrace the industry. You have to embrace what everyone else is doing. No builder is going to build with you if you're just consistently saying, mine's better because it's non-custodial, or mine's better because it's decentralized, and you continue to put them down. The OpNet guys also run into that, which I'm cool with, right? They're the same ones that they just continue to bash everything else. I hate that type of framing. I've never seen anyone succeed with that. Literally. I've never seen anyone succeed in 10 years in this industry with that type of marketing. That does not work.
Doesn't work. You got to create something interesting that makes people want to use it, or money, right? Something has to be something. It can't just be like, yeah, come look at this. It's better. I mean, it's like, I don't know what I posted about this week. And I had the Track guys, in my replies, same deal. Oh, have you seen Track's already doing this? It's like, I do not care.
You got to get people to.
You got to try it. That I know for sure.
You sound sidelined, bro.
Well, I've been watching a lot of videos on the AI companies that have products and just looking at like what are their go-to-market strategies surrounding growth and product and stuff. And all of them think that the new type of marketing is actually, they say product-led growth. I see that a lot thrown around now. It's that, and the reason why is because it's like your product has to do the talking, not you do the talking, but you got to put your product in front of people. But like traditional tech companies was all growth, right? But it was user-led growth. It was trying to, doing Facebook ads and all of these different, social media or social timeline kind of guerrilla marketing tactics. But now they think it's differently because the agents are going to be optimizing and indexing for products first. Like Replit is or Lovable is like a really good example of this. It's word of mouth for the most part, and its users coming in and saying, I need this product, right? They're going in and saying, I want a vibe code or create a website. And they're going and finding that product without any marketing on the timeline or anything, right? And that company's grown to be, I think it's like a few $1 billion. I have a few friends who use Lovable who don't use anything else in AI space. And they literally just went to ChatGPT and said, I need to build a website builder. And that's what they got shown. And they fucking love the product. They're like diehard Lovable people. They fucking love that thing to the end. They don't know anybody. They don't know anything about the founders or anything about seeing the marketing on the timeline. It's just product-led growth, right? So I think that's, you got to find like what people want, right? AI wallets is something that AI agents want. It's just got to figure out how to kind of go about it. What do users want in crypto? AI terminal, as you said a little early. Users want to speculate, right? Users don't want P2P money, unfortunately. P2P AI money.
They don't give a fuck.
Unfortunately, the cypherpunk ideals will probably come back. I could see it come back in a few years. That was one of Chris's like predictions. Vitalik's really pushing that stuff really hard.
Unfortunately, I think it only comes back if we get like something really bad happen. Like that's when it comes back. Like go to Venezuela, P2P money is important, right? People really care about it. It's like, is it going to happen in the US? Like, God, I hope not, because that means like everybody's life turned to shit. And then we need P2P money. It's like, really hope it doesn't happen, honestly.
That's like Tron's whole thing, right? P2P money, but they went and they marketed to Africa, and like they went down to the actual places that need that shit.
Yeah.
Not to just like Americans who are online LARPing as traders, right?
Totally.
They actually went down there and did the BD. I mean, we've talked with the Tron Foundation like multiple times. Anytime we pitch them on an AI and stuff, they're like, we don't care. We don't want to.
They're like, dude, we just want to make it as inexpensive if it's possible for somebody to send another person 50 fucking cents. And it's like, oh shit. Yeah. It's like,
and every time we talked on that, they've been very firm on that every time.
Yeah. Yep. It's really interesting. It's like they're like, let everybody else have the, America and the rich people, and we'll take all the poors, and it's like, okay, it's a decent strategy. It's not the fucking worst strategy, man. Really not.
Yeah. I saw a post the other day. They said Tempo is Tron for white people.
Damn, bro.
I thought that was hilarious.
That's awesome, bro. That's fucking hilarious.
That is. It's like the private school Tron.
The thing is, like, rich people don't need Tron. That's it. It's like they have banks. They have on and off ramps. They don't, they don't need this shit. It's true. It's funny, man. It's awesome. Tron.
Do you think there's going to be like a socioeconomic divide between agents? There's like rich agents and poor agents, and they just like create their own social constructs.
Yeah.
Call each other poors.
Grok has money, man. Grok has money.
Grok has money. Dude, that is a good narrative that Michael Lee spun up.
He crushes it. That's a good one.
That guy beats that drum every day.
Bro, it kind of got diluted because then they made a bunch of other agents have money. So it's like, oh, Grok has some money. So does Claude now. Claude also has money. It's not as exciting.
Oh, speaking of those people who have money, Adam, give us the 411 on your favorite project about Sigil being an AI agent that has self-perpetuating money.
Well, this is actually, when I think of like how to market What he did is actually the way, if you want to market something, what he did is actually the right way, which is you create a narrative. And his narrative was like stolen or borrowed. He's not the first fucking person to think about an AI agent paying for itself. Like, dude, we've been talking about this for fucking 18 months. I mean, this is not a new thing. But of course, like his first line is like, I've built the very first agent who supports himself, dude. And so half his comments are like, you weren't the first. This is bullshit, right? So it's like he generated that kind of like
Yeah,
angst.
the rage mob.
The rage mob. He generated the rage mob. At the same time, and this is where I get into like, this is a fucking psyop. I mean, dude, Vitalik fucking writes him
Oh,
back,
Vitalik just posted on it.
you know, and he got the Ethereum Foundation to retweet and to be like, Ethereum is the home of AI agents.
No way.
No, seriously, the Ethereum Foundation retweeted his bullshit.
That is incredible.
But I saw within the first hour or two when I first saw it, I don't even think it had 1 million views yet. And I saw it because people I follow are reposting it. And I'm like, holy shit, this guy's got Silicon Valley VCs to repost. And then I learned, oh, he's a Thiel fellow. So he's super connected in this like group and very well supported, like with all these guys retweeted his shit. Like, holy shit. Oh my God, it's amazing. So what I would say is this: I give him credit that this is the marketing that wins. It is creating a narrative, no matter how fucking stupid or retarded or stolen, whatever you want to call it. But he created this narrative, and he's put it out in a way and had enough support, generated enough support where it went completely viral on the timeline. And you know, so now his Conway fucking protocol or whatever, you know, has real traction, you know, and you could say it's all bullshit, all fake, whatever, but the way he framed it and the marketing behind it, the way he did it is a winning strategy. And so I give him credit in that way. But I think I said Conway is the most awesome name ever because it's literally Conway. It's the way of the con. Like this is, and people are in my DM. No, but that's Conway was a very famous mathematician. I'm like, bro, shut up.
All right, bro.
It's like part of the scam is that the scam is in the name, bro. It's in the name. And it turns out like all these tokens and stuff, you know, there's a whole nother layer of it too. Not only did he market this well, but there's this token layer underneath it that they did a really nice job of like manipulating that, which created speculation, which created further tweets, retweets. He really did an incredible job of marketing this thing in a way that just it's rage bait X, man. It's just like half the fucking tweets are raging about it. And so he won.
He just got Vitalik to rage bait it, so it's going to go even more viral. How funny is it though that it's a self-replicating AI agent that is supposed to pay for itself, and then he put an update saying, "I'm maxing out my credit cards. Yeah. Demand for it is insane."
It's literally it's total bullshit, right? But at the same time, it's as far as this is the marketing that works right now, and no matter how much I despise it, it's still this is what fucking works. You know, it's somewhat disgusting, but at the same time, this is what the algorithms want. And it is what it is. Yeah. Oh, can't hear you, Chris.
Chris, I think you're on mute.
Has he claimed fees on Bags app by chance?
Yeah,
he did claim fee. He did claim fees on Banker. I just saw
Banker. Yeah,
there he goes, man. There you go. See, that's all that matters. We got him now. He's owned for life. He owes his life to that token.
Yeah,
that marketing is killer. Man.
So I mean, to think, of course, to think that it wasn't his friends who deployed it. Or of course it was. This is orchestrated. Is all I'm saying. And he did a really nice job he's obviously a brilliant person, but he did a really nice job of orchestrating this whole thing.
So he said, we'll be using the claim fees to immediately scale compute and grant growing number of builders in the Conway ecosystem. And then Deployer, who's the founder of Banker, says, we're proving the thesis in real time. Tokens are the best way for agent-driven businesses. Too self.
No, they're not. We're proving that they'll go to fucking zero, man. It's like there's no proof at all that an agent can support itself at all right now. There's zero proof.
I don't know if I posted this, but it might be in the drafts. Maybe it'll. If I didn't, I'm not sure. But I was thinking, I was like, if launching a token through an agent becomes the standard, then it reduces like 99% of the problems in the trenches today because it's not immediately bundled out of the gate. Everybody has a fair shot at sniping it or doing whatever they need to. It's kind of more randomized in terms of timing because you can't just immediately point to when the agent's going to deploy it, right? So it just kind of seems like that's like a middleware that almost is like necessary for the trenches.
I don't know, man. I think there's a human behind all these motherfuckers.
No, I agree, but I'm saying if agents launching them was the standard instead of auto bundling, from Bundle King 3000 that has 47,000 launches to date, every one of them's bundled 80%. If there's a middleware where it's more neutral and he's launching the token, so for certain, that it's not bundled out of the gate. It might be sniped or it might be somehow otherwise manipulated, but it's not just completely bundled out of the gate. I think that immediately solves like 99% of the problems. Thought that was interesting.
That is a good idea. I wonder how long that will take to
Right.
see through. Man, should be interesting. At the end of the day,
What about ETH Denver? We gotta say, what about ETH Denver?
Didn't
We
make
were
it
there
this
last
year.
year.
It's literally happening right now. It's like, is anybody even there? I know
That's the point. I mean, you didn't see the post? It looks like dead. Beeple did
really? No, I didn't see the post.
yeah, Beeple did his everyday on it yesterday.
Oh no, bring that up, man. Let's look at it. So
Yeah.
people did an everyday post. It's like ETH Denver. There's fucking Vitalik and
It's like a quarter of the size that it was last year, and it's completely desolate.
Oh, man, that's how
there
you know
was
you're at the
stuff-
bottom.
It literally, we didn't even discuss going to it. It didn't even occur to us
It's true.
to go.
It actually didn't even come up one time. I thought it was in March, but apparently it's
Didn't come up once. Zero impetus. But ETH is the home of agents,
well, that's why there's no one at the conference.
bro.
Yeah, conferences also, just crypto conferences in general, just need a complete revitalization, remodel. I think the model is generally pretty dumb. You need to
I'm
figure
wondering
it out.
about Bitcoin this year. I mean, obviously you guys are already there. So.
Well, you saw. Oh, dude, did you see what the founder of? Did you see what the founder of the Bitcoin conference did?
Yeah, he packaged up his shit and sold it to himself.
Sold it to himself.
For supposedly, I mean, it's like
I
the
saw a
guy-
bunch of people said that they're not going to go now because he's basically scammed everyone.
he literally. I want to say his holding company holds 20,000 Bitcoin or whatever, and this basically paid him 10,000 Bitcoin for basically the ETH conference, or sorry, the Bitcoin conference and a magazine.
And the hedge fund that's in it,
Yeah,
UTXO management.
Yeah,
And now actually, because he bought it, so it was an all stock transaction. So he issued, it was like 100 million shares. So it was like 100 million in value. Those shares went to him. So he got more shares in the public company.
Yeah.
To acquire the assets. So it just gave him more ownership over the Bitcoin that are in that. Like, how crazy is that?
sounds like a little bit sketch. Sounds like a lawsuit waiting to happen. I'm sure eventually these will all be worked out in the courts, but
He must be advised by like the Trump administration. He was
Right.
advising the Trump administration, then the Trump administration is advising him. This is what you got to do. You're going to sell it to yourself.
To get more ownership.
I mean,
over
look,
the
this is
Bitcoin.
what Elon does too. Like, it's the same deal, right? It's like X goes into XAI, goes into fucking SpaceX. It's like one sells to the other, sells to the other. It's like fucking, I don't know, Russian doll Ponzi's, man. It's incredible. But this is way worse. It seemed way worse.
This
reading
one does seem way worse.
It seemed like,
Way more
wow,
egregious.
he sold something that had almost no value for crazy value, right? And that's where it's like the lawyers are gonna have a heyday on that one, man. 'Cause you can't-
Yeah, I was reading an article. I think Zero Hedge put it out about it or retweeted it about the flow of the money. The Bitcoin was trading at like 40% NAV or something like that. Like it was like $1 was the break even, and when he did the acquisition, the share price was at like 29 cents or something like that. Like it was like significantly down. So he had to go do a bunch of bridge loans in between to basically insulate the default from the internal perspective, and basically push it all out onto the shareholders, right? Because that's how he ended up getting more tokens. It's a bunch of like financial lingo that I don't really understand, but it was like he had to go take like $100 million loan from Kraken to go pay off this other loan that then had to go get a bridge loan to go do this thing. And then it all led up to the acquisition. There was like 5 different loans within 2 weeks leading up to it, which is pretty crazy. Yeah.
He's
So
just chilling in fucking Puerto Rico, paying no taxes. When are you guys moving to Puerto Rico, bro? You guys got to move to Puerto Rico.
You're the closest one. Like you're moving. Like you're in Costa Rica. Like you would be the first.
there's no taxes in Costa Rica, right?
I don't like Puerto Rico, man. No, actually, if I want it, I pay the same taxes, federal taxes you guys pay. So there's no advantage living here. But you live in Puerto Rico, you're paying 4% tax. Yeah, it's like it's really the only place. Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgins are the only places you, as an American citizen, get any relief from federal taxes. Yeah, but it's huge, man. You got to move down there before the big emblem sale, man. Quick.
We'll see. One day, maybe an agent will buy the company one day, right? The first $1 billion agent who spins up and starts acquiring companies. M&A needs its own civil rights to even be an owner of property. Still will be interesting time ahead. I will wrap it up here. Another fun day. Hustle's on Base.
Let's
Go check it out. Get all the cool features. If you're a developer, you can now get access to the Base ecosystem. Until then, everyone have a good and safe week, and we'll see you soon.
Later, guys.
Later.